Minister of Higher Education S.P. Dissanayake says that more opportunities must be granted to students who obtain foreign medical degrees to enter the medical service in the island. The minister said this during a debate held in Parliament yesterday.
Students who obtained foreign medical degrees and returned to the island have to sit for the exam. We have received reports stating that such degree holders are deliberately failed as those conducting these exams want to take revenge on those obtaining foreign medical degrees. When such a child completes such education and returns to the island, that is not accepted, but that child is subject to another exam and steps are taken for that same child to sit for that exam for several years. The Ministry of Higher Education does not give an ordinary child from the village a scholarship. However, the maximum educational facilities need to be granted. There are many Sri Lankans who do not pass exams. They have spent 30 to 40 million on behalf of this. This proposal has been brought as there is no benefit in spending so much and studying in that manner. In what field are these doctors going to work in? Their professions are linked with human lives. A government minister who spoke earlier said that they will be granted an opportunity to enter the final year of the Sri Lankan medical faculty and allowed to complete their studies. That's a good statement. Those who obtained 2 S's at Sri Lankan exams and failed all 3 subjects in the biology stream can go to Russia and obtain a degree. Therefore, we need to restrict countries. There is a situation where one cannot enter Sri Lankan universities due to a shortfall of 2 or 3 marks. We need to formulate a good mechanism for this. That's a different opinion. I wish to thank MP Sri Ranga and the others who expressed their views. Some children do go after passing around 2 to 3 subjects, but these universities have a foundation course of around 1 year for such students prior to their medical degrees. We are taking these children who have failed and we will conduct a short-term education workshop through the lecturers who conduct the exam, those who assess their papers and doctors who carry out practicals.
United National Party parliamentarian Ravi Karananayake asked the government in Parliament today why steps are not being taken to reduce the price of fuel.
You said the FOB was 60 rupees at a time when petrol is being sold at 115 and 133 rupees. You corrected me yesterday when I said it was $7 a barrel. It was 49 rupees and 33 cents. This is an attempt to show a loss of 11 rupees, but this is more than the profit. There is a profit of around 25 rupees per litre. What you say was purchased for 60 rupees is in actual fact 49 rupees and 33 cents. I'll come to that later. But at present you're selling this at 133 rupees because you are in debt. You are supposed to receive 54 billion from the electricity board. I saw it stated in the papers yesterday that you are selling what you receive at a loss of 2.5 billion. Why are you letting such institutions run at a loss and why are you making the consumer pay for it? No, the CPC incurs a loss of 333 million a month from the sale of kerosene. We incur a loss of 5 rupees and 25 cents from the sale of auto diesel. A limited amount of consumers use super diesel. It's around 1.6 million litres. Most of the consumers use normal petrol, so the loss we incur can only be balanced due to all these varieties of fuel. But the amount due from the CEB has no link to this. The price of fuel has decreased, but the government has not reduced the price. The government can sell it at 75 rupees. Promises were given during elections. Although the price of a barrel of crude oil changes, CFI price, freight charges and insurance costs do not change.
Still in news from the Parliament, views were expressed on certain construction said to be taking place at the Sigiri Rock Fortress.
Honourable Minister, I would like to know whether steps are being taken to set up an elevator by drilling through the Sigiri Rock.
නෑ සංස්කෘතික ඇමතුමින්ද අපේ හොඳයි නේ මේක ඇත්තටම මේක වැදගත් එකක්
ඒ කතා වෙනම නෑ කතානායකතුමනි
මේක ජාතික වැදගත්කමකින් යුක්ත ප්‍රශ්නයක් ඒක තමයි මේ සීගිරි ලල්නාවක් වගේ ඉන්නේ බලන්න පොඩක් ඉන්න අහගන්න සීගිරි ලල්නාවක් වගේ මේක උත්තර දෙන්න
මුස්ලිම් ආගමික සිද්ධාස්ථාන ගැසට් කිරීම සම්බන්ධයෙන් ප්‍රශ්නයක්
අලුත් එකක් අහන්න ජාතික උරුමයක් ගැන අහන්නේ කතානායකතුමා ඔබතුමා ඉඩ දෙනවා
මේ ස්ථාවරණී වල
නෑ එතුමේ කැමති නම් ඉඩ දෙන්න පුළුවන්
කතානායකතුමනි මේ ප්‍රශ්නය මෙතුමා
Honourable Speaker, he is not asking anything that is relevant to the question. The question has been posed with regard to gazetting the archaeological act pertaining to Muslim places of worship.
I am saying this because Muslims also go to witness this. I want to know if an elevator is being fixed here.
All Sri Lankans can say that they have a culture and keep on asking questions.
DNA parliamentarian Anura Kumara Dissanayake raised a question in Parliament today regarding the government's procedure to purchase paddy.
The price of paddy has drastically reduced at a time when 20% of the total paddy harvest has been released to the market. It is essential to pay special attention to this situation as it may worsen after obtaining the total paddy harvest during the Yalla season. Despite the government setting a stipulated price for a kilogram of nadu at 28 rupees and a kilogram of samba at 30 rupees, private traders purchase paddy at a lower rate. At present, private merchants pay 15 to 17 rupees per kilogram of nadu and 18 to 20 rupees per kilogram of samba. Around 37,000 rupees is spent to harvest 1 acre of paddy land. A maximum harvest of 20,050 kilograms of paddy could be obtained from 1 acre. If a kilogram of paddy is sold at 17 rupees, then the farmer will only receive 34,850 rupees per acre. Thereby, the farmer has to suffer a loss of around 3,000 rupees per acre.
The Agriculture Department expects a harvest of 1.3 million metric tons. At present, there is a storage capacity for 140,000 metric tons. We are hoping to acquire a storage facility of the Food Department which has a capacity of 40,000 metric tons to store paddy. Furthermore, after consultations with the World Food Programme, they pledged to provide stores with a capacity of 7,000 metric tons. They visit Ampara to look into where these stores can be constructed. After taking all these storage facilities, it is possible to store around 200,000 metric tons. We are hoping to obtain input from India and construct temporary stores based on the requirement. The request has been made for the percentage. There is no issue about the percentage. We will buy as much as possible. The President will provide as much money as we need. 3.5 billion has been allocated at present. We will not divert from purchasing paddy at 28 rupees per kilogram of nadu and 30 rupees per kilogram of samba.
Now, returning to one of the stories we couldn't air earlier due to an audio loss, addressing a cabinet media briefing held today, Minister K.D. Ramukwella commented on the attack on Sirasa.
Because when Sirasa was attacked, 38 engineers of this, the government worked to assist them, gave all the other assistance for them to carry out the channel. In spite of, being alleged that the government had handled it, the government provided all that.
Making headlines tonight, last US Combat Brigade exits Iraq.
According to a military spokesperson, the 4th Striker Brigade, 2nd Infantry Division began crossing by land into Kuwait in the early hours of today.
Joining us now from the United States is Geetika De Silva.
The last brigade of US combat has been withdrawn from Iraq, bringing combat operation to an end.
Well, more on that story coming up on our international news later on in the bulletin. But time to take a look at more local news. The Inter-University Students' Federation organized a protest march this evening. The protest was organized to urge the government to protect free education in the country.
The Inter-University Students' Federation commenced their protest march from the Vihara Mahadevi Park and then proceeded towards the Hyde Park grounds in Colombo. The protesters pointed out that free education in the country is currently at risk. Subsequent to the protest march, a rally was held at the Hyde Park grounds.
United People's Freedom Alliance parliamentarian Reginald Kure says that corrupt individuals obtained the best results at this year's general election. He stated this while participating in a function to commence a drinking water project in the Hirana area.
Those who rule the underworld, drug dealers, those who harbor people released from the police, individuals who engage in various vices, and those who earn money in an incorrect manner are the ones who came out on top within this election system. The people don't know that they brought this upon themselves. I made the roads, but I've lost. Those who inscribed things on the tar road received more votes than me. I provided electricity, but I lost. The person who pasted posters on the electricity posts, however, won.
Light dunnu mam paradai, light kami poster gahapeka.
The floral exhibition titled Colombo in Bloom is being held at the Vihara Mahadevi Park yet again. The exhibition, which commenced today, will be held until the 22nd of this month.
Several awards and certificates were presented on behalf of high-quality plants. These people have to waste 3 days after coming to Colombo. They need to request for water from the municipal council, and they even have to pay for it. The municipal council needs to be informed that all the huts were broken and that they had to fix it with their personal money. The municipal council has not renovated them. The situation has arisen where no one comes to inspect them.
YFM, the #1 youth radio station in the country, has embarked on a new venture. This initiative deals with selecting a creative group possessing the best ideas which will be recognized internationally. Incidentally, the group selected will get the opportunity to take part in the Young Spike 2010 competition to be held in Singapore.
Smell. Taste.
A function was held in Colombo yesterday to create awareness on YFM's new initiative. Several officials of the MBC Media Network and YFM were present at the occasion.
YFM had been in the forefront of having a lot of outdoor events because we believe youth today needs to have places where they can communicate, they can interact, exchange their ideas. In the context of this Young Spikes, which is going to the Asian competition, we believe that YFM would be the ideal brand to associate. So it's not just a competition, it is going to be an experience that all of us are going to share. And I'm happy to be, MBC is very happy to be part of this event.
We look at always lifting the bar of creativity, but here was an opportunity to lift the bar of also media and how we look at media, because it's changing. Like the YFM presentation said, it's a changing world, and the way we look at media planning has also changed. And not only creatives, but we need to now look at how best do we address those audiences out there.